Hello everyone, it's Sunday night, here we go. Welcome to my craft room. My name is Linda Dolke and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. How is everyone tonight? Did you have a lovely weekend? Let me have a quick look. I can see we have lots of folk here already. Donna was here first today. Oh, you said Margaret was here before you. Well, normally that is the case. Margaret is nice and early to these, and I did actually set this live up early today while I was at my desk very first thing this morning before I even went for my walk. So there you go. Hello, Deb. Nice to see you. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Sheila. Ready and waiting. That's awesome. Hi, Nairi. How are you? And Linda in Las Vegas. Well, there we are. Who else do we have here tonight? We have yes, Donna Dembinski, and then we also have Rose. Hi, Rose. Hey, Lani. Margaret is back, in fact. Christine is here tonight. Hello, hello. And we have lots and lots of people, and I'm so sorry if I haven't said your name, but as is always, we have such a wonderful crowd of people that it's really hard for me to say everybody. So I try and list the first few people that are on, and then after that, I just have to say a big blanket hello and welcome. Yes, you're in time today. That's great. Hello, Leslie. Oh, that's okay. Oh, that's no good that you weren't well enough to attend on Friday night. That's what replays are for, though. That's why one of the advantages of going live on YouTube is it means the replay, and on Facebook, but particularly YouTube, the replay is there forever. So you don't actually need to be on the live, even though I know it's nice to be able to talk to people and respond to each other. Watching a replay will still give you all the same information, and you'll still be able to read the fun chat because that also appears in the YouTube channel as well. Okie dokie. Let me have a very, very quick look. You signed in about 8 a.m. Yeah, I think it was about 7 something when I set this up this morning, which is very early. I don't normally do it until like lunchtime or in the afternoon. But today I was at my desk early, so there you go. All right, I'm going to go and switch over to the desk so we can get started. And I am going to play with something tonight that we have seen before, but that's okay. We'll do something different with it tonight. Now, let me get straight so that, all right. Okay, so I've got a couple of things to tell you. First of all, I'm a bit of a ninny because I have been saying for, I think, a number of occasions now, I've been saying that the online exclusives will be live on March the 6th. Please forget that information. It's March the 5th. At least I'm bringing it forward and not pushing it back later, right? But March the 5th, which is this coming Tuesday, is when all of our online exclusive items will be available. Now, we do still have this catalogue, and we also have our annual catalogue. These things are both still continuing. However, I've been using this to remind me to tell you that this is still happening. Okay, it's still there. But we also have new items coming out this Tuesday, March the 5th, that will be available to everybody. They're available to demonstrators right now, but they'll be available to everyone as of Tuesday. Okay. Hello, Merja. Nice. Have we met before? I don't remember your name. I'm so sorry if I have missed you previously. And who else do we have? We have Kim. Are you back? You're in New Zealand. Are you still on your family holiday over there? Because I noticed that you were zipping off over there after you've spent the time over on the other side of the world. Goodness me, you're really doing a lot of traveling. Hey, girls. All right. So this is still continuing, and I do love everything in it, and I'm not going to stop showing you things that are in here. But tonight I did want to focus on the online exclusives that are coming on Tuesday because I want to tell you something special that I'm going to do. Now, this is not a Stampin' Up thing. This is just a me thing. So if you are thinking of ordering, I'm going to be going on Tuesday because it's the first day of the promotion, and as a way of reminding everybody that things are going live from Tuesday, this is the online exclusive things. So that means you can order them through a demonstrator, but you can only view them online. Okay, you actually have to go to the online store. Even if you don't end up using the online store to order, you do have to view them in there. Okay, so very good. Your first time. Well, welcome. You're so lucky because we have and I don't hope you don't mind me saying this, but I think we have the best community of girls who watch these videos. And I shouldn't say girls because we have a couple of guys that pop in from time to time, so people. But it's just been, to me, the most wonderful, wonderful community of people watching these videos, and everyone gets to know each other, and we all chat, and I think the chatting is what makes it all feel like, you know, we know each other, and it's really lovely. I am going to on stage in Melbourne next week, so that's the 14th, 15th, and 16th of this month. And if any of you are there, I may not know your faces, but you have the advantage of knowing mine. So please come up and say hello, and just let me know that you watch along on a Friday night or a Sunday night or something like that. And I'm excited to meet some of you. There's a few I've met before. I know I met Megan at a previous on stage. We got to catch up with each other, so that was pretty exciting. But a lot of you I haven't met, so there you go. Okay, so this is the flyer for the online exclusives, and I have to tell you that the flyers are not in any way complete. There is a lot more things available than what's in the flyer. But what I showed you on Friday night was the unboxing of this stuff, which is the Zinnia collection. This is called Flowering Zinnias, okay, and it makes these gorgeous cards. And there's some other things too. Not only do you get the paper, which is lovely and bright, but you get the stamps and the dies. There's also the embossing folder, the Zinnia 3D embossing folder, and the adhesive back shiny sequins. I love these. These are fantastic. Look at them. Look how nice they are. So I've been having a lot of fun with these. So lemon lime twist, lemon lolly, pumpkin pie, I think, and berry burst. They're the colors in these. They're so nice. Okay, they go with lots of things. And we had some fun. On Friday night, we made these two cards. We made this one and had a bit of a play. And I don't know if anyone can see it, but after the video finished, I added some Winker Stella to the middle of the flowers because, you know, Winker Stella, we have to do that. And then also very, very simple card just made with the paper. Okay, so they're the two we made on Friday night. I am going to make another one tonight because I made this card yesterday and I thought, oh, it's such a nice card. I'll have to show the girls on Sunday night. So we are going to do it again. Oh, please come and say hello, Measure. That would be awesome. That would be lovely. I would love to meet you there. And anybody else who happens to be in Melbourne next week as well. We are the best. I agree, Rose. No, we're not humble at all, but we are the best, definitely. All right. So this is, and there is one other set they've included in the flyer, which is the Encircled in Nature set, which is stamps and dies. I actually don't have these ones. They're really nice, but I don't have them yet. So, but it's basically really the flyer is more about telling you that there are new things online than it is showing you all those things. So you still have to go online to see them, and that is the point. They want you to go online, okay? But there are some beautiful, beautiful things. And I'm going to play around with a couple of them. So I started to tell you what my special is going to be, and I better finish or I won't remember. On Tuesday, any orders that come through me for $60 or more on Tuesday, whether you're ordering online exclusive stuff or not, as long as you're placing an order of $60 or more on Tuesday when the online exclusive starts, I'm going to send to you a pack of embellishments. Okay, so those will be going out later in the month. They'll go out probably with the craft along supplies because you'll get those as well. Okay, so everybody who orders, but that will actually be going out this month. Okay, and the craft along stuff is next month. So just bear that in mind. They'll go out. They'll be separate if you didn't order last month, but if you did order last month, you'll get them this month when you get your craft along supplies. So there you go. So it's going to be a pack of embellishments. I'm not saying which ones because some people might get some. I'm probably going to have a couple of different ones going out, and you will get those brand new ones with in the post if you place an order on the 5th, on the day that it starts. Okay, so it's just a one-day promotion that I'm doing. I'm not doing it all month. I'm just doing it on the Tuesday, and I'll pop that. Where's the poet tonight? I haven't seen her yet. She has not made an appearance, so if she does, I'm sure we will know straight away because she's not known for being quiet. Is she now? We love her, but she's not known for being quiet. Okay, now for some of you, I know you guys like me to make a card and for you not to see it until it's made. If that's you, then I'm going to get you to look away now, okay? And if you want to see the card that we're going to be making, okay, then I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to count down. And so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. If you don't want to see it before I make it, look away. If you do want to see it, here it comes. 1, 2, 3. Here's my card. I really like this card. You know, and I know Jodie's going to like this one because it's got the lemon lime twist colouring in it. I used the Flowering Zinnias paper. Now, this paper is absolutely beautiful. We did look at it on Friday night. So, so stunning. So this is the paper I've used on this card. Super nice. We have the same colour nail polish. Well, there you go. I don't normally have my nails coloured, actually, and I don't know what possessed me to do it a couple of days ago, but it's so far still there. I did mess it up, but that's okay. And for some reason I just put it on. I think I did it more to, oh, you like it? I knew you would, Jodie. Yeah, I did put the nail polish on, I think, more because my nails are getting really nice and long and how I like them, and I put the polish on to maybe give them a little bit of protection. That's probably more what it is. On the back of this one, we have this gorgeous paper with the, this one is so easy to make cards. You just, you know, cut it in half, and then, you know, we've got 4 cards right here with a background and add a sentiment and maybe some glitter paper or something like that. Maybe the purple glitter paper, that would be really nice. You know, this stuff, wouldn't that look nice? So I think that would be a good pairing if you like that. But these colors are really nice. Okay, and then this one, which is the one we used on Friday night as well. And the back of that has like petal pink little, I was going to say they're dots, but if you look really closely, I don't know if you can see, they're actually little tiny flowers. I thought they were dots. Need to put my glasses on. Okay, there you go. And then this one we did use the other night as well, and I actually like this, but the side I really like is this. I love this one. I think this is so nice. Look how lovely. It almost looks like suede or velvet, the way that catches the light. Super nice. She'll probably want me to use black bling. Guess what? I got it out early tonight just in case. I got out the black bling. So I know it's just over there, right? So if I can't find it later, that's where it is. Then we also have the gorgeous, this is actually Highland Heather and Blackberry Bliss. The lines are Blackberry Bliss. It's super nice. And then on this side, we have the lovely flowers. I like this one with the white background better than I like the one at the bottom. You know, the one, oh, where is it? This one. This one, I like it, but I like the white better. I don't know. I think I like that contrast. I think it, which one do you guys like? I think I prefer that. Hey, Kelly, nice to see you. Did you like that I got those out early? All right, so we've seen that one. Then on the back of that we have like pumpkin pie with lemon lolly little flowers. You'll notice that usually on one side you have the more graphic larger design, and the other side is usually a small design. We've seen those. We looked at those ones already. I love this. Love it. Don't know why, it really makes me happy. And then this one is Old Olive with lemon lime twist stripes. We do seem to know you, don't we? Then we have lemon lime on the background and the Old Olive, and there's also Mossy Meadow is the darker green in there as well. Right, so those, and I think that's it for this pack. So it's very, very bright, but there is a couple of, if you don't love bright too much, there's a couple that you can tone down. You know, the petal pink is not that bright. White background will be easier to fussy cut. Yes, that is very true, Glenda. You're correct. Yep. Yep, black bling does go well with these colors, and also so does black. So, you know, we used black the other night, but, you know, you could put any of these and it would look good on the black because it just, I don't know, it's, yeah, it just, the high contrast, I think, works well. So, so that's a possibility. So lots of possibilities with these papers, okay, and you'll see them used a lot over the coming weeks. The one that I've used here, I've actually thrown on a black and white ribbon like we did the other night. You wouldn't have to do that. You could omit the ribbon altogether. Oh, now I'm showing you the card. I'm so sorry, girls. I just realized I showed you the card. Oh, after all that, never mind. Let's just make it, shall we? All right, I've got my pieces. That's so funny. Whoopsie daisy. I hope no one's disappointed. Oh, well. I made such a song and dance about it, and then I went and messed it up anyway. Oh, dear. All right, I'm going to fold my basic white thick cards. Yeah, I like the ribbon too. I think it works. If you had a purple ribbon, that would look really good too. But I think the black and white does actually work. All right. So then I've got this beautiful lemon lime twist paper. And I'm going to actually glue this gorgeous side down because you can't have everything. You can't have both sides showing. And I'm going to use my Tombow for this. I didn't realize this Tombow, I don't know what happened to the lid. I've got to find it. It probably fell on the floor or something like that when I was using it earlier. So, whoopsie daisy. All right, so I'm just going to pop this straight here on the piece of lemon lime twist cardstock. And we're just going to, the good thing about Tombow is you can kind of wriggle that into place because it's a liquid, so it doesn't glue immediately, but it doesn't take it very long. So you haven't got a long time to play with it. You'd use a purple ribbon? Yeah, I don't have any. Otherwise, I might have. But I don't have any purple ribbons. The other thing I could have used, I used the lemon lime twist sequins. These ones that I just showed you before. I've used these. But if you wanted to, you could also go down the the purple track with the purple shimmer gems. Those would look really nice as well. So there's another option as well. You like that card? Oh, good. Excellent. So glad. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Judy. Nice to have you live. Yes, I'm thinking, what are you doing up at this time of night? Because I know you should be in bed. Judy's in the US. So, all right. Yeah, a black base would have looked good. I agree. But in this case, I'm not. In this case, I'm going with the green. All right, and we're going to set that aside with our white base that we've already folded. And we're going to get to work now. And I'm going to use, hang on one second. What I am going to use, I just put aside, and did I mess it up? I can always cut another one. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, no, it's on the floor. It's okay. Stop looking. There we go. It just fell down. That's the problem, isn't it? The white and silver ribbon would. It would look really, really nice, except I just used up my last of the white and silver ribbon the day of my my leap year party. So when I used up that, it was actually the last, and I have just literally tonight put another one on my next order. So you will see me use that white and silver ribbon again because it's so beautiful, but I don't have any right now. So there we go. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe a black base would have been good with that. I agree. But anyway, this is what we have this time. Now I have here, this is from the Scallop Contour Dies. I've already cut this out. This is the second largest one from the Scallop Contour Dies. I use these guys a lot. I really, really like them. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use my gorgeous grape ink, and I'm going to use the big stamp here to stamp these onto my Scallop Contour Die piece. Okay, so let's pull that out. And I'm going to grab a block E. Block E will be about the right size. So let's pick it up with block E. There we go. And I'm going to ink this up. Now, this is a beautiful stamp. You're a purple girl through and through. Yes. Well, I know. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, leaning into whatever your favorites are. Everybody knows my favorite is Pretty Peacock, and I'm trying not to use it all the time, especially since last time I looked, the Pretty Peacock cardstock was on back order. But anyway, that's another story. So you could put this right in the middle. I didn't. I thought it was a little bit more interesting if I slightly offset it to one side. So I'm still keeping it all on here, but I'm not putting it right in the middle. That's just a me thing. I'd like to have this slightly offset, and this is how it looks. Okay. I really love this stamp. The amount of detail in this is literally so beautiful. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. All right. Really, really, really nice. All right. So let's give it a bit of color. Now, to do this, I'm actually going to use a bit of water. Okay. I'm just making sure. Let me just use a tiny bit of scrap and make sure that it's got no color left from the last time I used it, because there was a bit of green on it. No, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to use my water in my aqua painter, my water painter, and I'm not going to add any other color. You could, but you don't need to. Gorgeous Grape, this is just basic white cardstock. Gorgeous Grape will move really nicely just with a bit of water. And that's what I did with this one. See here how nice this looks? It's picked up extra color and it looks lovely, but I didn't add any extra color. Okay, so we're just using water only. Oh, I'm going to craft all day tomorrow. That sounds nice, Leslie. That's good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. Whoops, it's a bit too much water, so let me get a bit of that off. And I'm literally going to go over the center of my flower. Okay, and then make sure it's not too wet. I'm going to pull that out a little bit, but most of the color is just staying in the middle. So literally using the color of the ink from the stamp. We're not adding any extra color. It is a beautiful group of flowers. It's gorgeous. All right, same with this one. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to pick up this color and sort of it come in all these little shaded areas here. Looks really nice. You could just leave it like that, but I kind of like to pull the color out a little bit. So we end up with a tiny, tiny like gradation of color as it comes out. So this is like a cheap way of watercoloring. You're using water, you're watercoloring, but you're not actually picking up, you're not adding any extra color, you're just picking up what's already there. Okay, so I probably could have used this one for a Technique Tuesday. It's so simple, but I just decided to do it tonight like this. Who's been enjoying the Technique Tuesday videos? Anyone liking those? I've been enjoying doing them. The problem is there's so many techniques. It's really hard to decide which one to do each week. So those, if anyone's interested in those, they happen at 2 o'clock every Tuesday, and you can go back and watch the replays of those ones as well. All right, see how quick and easy that was to do. Super, super easy, but it highlights those flowers, okay? So, all right. When you remember, well, you can come back later and watch the replay. It's no biggie, no problem at all. All right. Now, I could color the flowers, sorry, the leaves as well. I chose not to. I'm going to keep this really simple. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this over. And I'm going to add some dimensionals on the back. Now, I did think when I was doing this about adding some purple bling to the bottom, but then I decided it didn't actually need it to still be a really pretty card just as it was. So I'm just going to pop this over and let's grab our base. Oh, that one didn't come off, did it? Oh yeah, it did. And I'm going to put this in the middle but slightly closer to the top than the bottom, but I'm putting it so it's centered down the sides. One of the nice things about this paper is it's very easy to line up here because it's on like a grid. Okay, this pattern is like a grid, so you know you can make sure it's matched up all the way across, and it's very easy to line up. So this doesn't actually look like stripes or checks, but it's still kind of on a grid because they're all even pieces. All right, happy with that. That's looking really nice. I do have, let me just find it because I had all my pieces together before I started, and then you know maybe it's gone on the floor as well. Oh no, here it is. Stop looking. Here we go. I'm having one of those found it nights tonight, aren't I? All right, so I'm going to use the same color, the Gorgeous Grape again. So the whole thing is just done in one color, okay? You don't have to do anything else. And I'm going to grab another block, and I'm going to grab my stamp set, and I'm going to use this Thank You So Much because I really like it. And it's a nice, I like a good thank you card. I send quite a lot of thank you cards. In my line of work, it seems like an appropriate thing to send. And I'm going to just ink that up very gently. And I'm going to pop it. Whoops, I need to get over it. So give me a second. I kind of need to straighten up. And I'm making sure that the thank you, which is straight at the top, is lined up with the top of the die cut. And that looks great. All right, now I'm going to close this. Now I said a moment ago I'm only using one color. I kind of fibbed a little tiny bit because I'm going to grab my Lemon Lime Twist and I'm just going to ink the edges of this. Now you could use a sponge dauber, or you could just be lazy like me and just dip the edges of your sentiment. I lean it down a little bit so it gets some green around the edges here. All right. All right, so it does have actually 2 ink colors in it. All right, so this is going to go kind of over here on the bottom and off to the side, like so. And I wanted to use dimensionals behind that as well. So let's grab a couple of those. 1, 2, and I've only got 1 dimensional proper left on this sheet, so I might as well use that one and put it in the middle. Now you guys are all still talking about who uses black and when. That's good. All right. I'm just going to pop this right here, like so. All right, looking good. Okay, really coming together nicely. Now I am going to use my black and white check ribbon because it's a really pretty ribbon. And we're going to pop that into a bow. And I'm going to make it a small bow. So I'm pulling the loops quite a bit so that they end up small. All right, liking that. Let me grab my ribbon scissors and let's pop that off onto an cut it on an angle, just so it's less likely to fray if it's on an angle. And that's going to go over here. Now on this one I did it on the edge of the piece, and I could do that again, or I could just move it slightly to one side. I'm thinking maybe of moving it slightly to one side in this case. Yes, it is a die cut, Leslie. It's from the Countryside Corners dies, the smallest one. I use those quite a bit. So I used on Friday night, I used this one here. That's a Countryside Corner, one of the larger ones, but the very smallest one is this shape here. All right, so I'm going to have this just off my sentiment piece, like so. You could colour the ribbon. It would look nice as well. And if I was going to colour the ribbon, I'd probably use Lemon Lime Twist, which I don't have in blends, but I do have Parakeet Party. And if I was going to use, like, if I was going to do, if I was going to colour my ribbon, I would go in with Parakeet Party because that's what I have. Now, these colours, guys, are retiring soon. And if you have not bought them yet, you'll need to get in before they start selling out. They will start to sell out as soon as the retired list comes out. Look how nice that is. Can you see that? Now that was the light one. I could, if I wanted to, I could go a bit darker. But I'm going to leave it just white and black on here. But that's a nice way of changing up the color of your ribbon if you want to do that. And blends are really good for that. The darker one, I wonder how much difference that would make. I don't know if it'll make a lot of difference, but we'll find out. Oh, it is a bit darker. Can you see that? Darker and lighter. Not a lot different, but if you were looking, you might notice, but most people probably aren't going to look that hard. Yeah, there we go. All right, so then the last thing I want to do is I want to add some of these little guys. And so I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to pick up a few Lemon Lime Twist. I'm going to put one, actually I'm going to put one here. On this one, I don't know if you can see, but this one I used a longer die. This one I decided this was enough, and I think I prefer this. But on here I had a bit more room to put a little sequin there, and here I don't have that room, so I'm going to start with it here. I'll do one of the bigger size, and then I'm going to do one over here and another small one up here, like so. Whoop, that's not quite right. Let me move it. All right, there we go. And then this whole thing now is going to go onto my white card base. Now the second card we're going to make in a moment is an idea kind of in my head. I did cut out the basic die cut shape that I want to use, and I chose my color, but that's as far as I've got. So let's see what happens with that. So this is an online exclusive set that is coming out on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. Today's the 4th. Is that right? Is today the 4th? No, today's the 3rd. What am I saying? So tomorrow's the 4th, and then Tuesday is the 5th. That's the day these guys go live. Okay, so what I did want to show you on here, hang on a second while I find the rest of it. Oh, who knows where it was? Well, it's on the floor. Goodness me, my floor is picking up everything tonight. I've got Crumpet here on a chair, fast asleep. I dare not wake him, but nothing seems to be bothering him tonight. Okay, so the Flowering Zinnias paper is $21.75. These are Australian prices, so don't freak out if you're in another market. This is the prices we pay here in Australia, but in New Zealand the prices are different. In the US, in Canada, in all the different countries, the prices are all different. So just bear in mind the prices I'm giving you are only Australian prices. So we've got, Cherie has made an appearance. Hello. hello. So we have our 12 by 12 paper that I showed you before. That's $21.75. Okay, then we have the Zinnia embossing folder, which is $19.25. It's a 6 by 6 folder. The shiny sequins are $13.25. The stamp set by itself is $44. The dies by themselves are $58, but the bundle together is $91.75. So actually that's a 10% saving if you buy them together. Okay, it does save you a little bit, and you also get that same 10% saving on the bundle if you buy the whole thing. You can buy the whole thing. Where is the price for that? I did see it. I know what it is anyway. Here it is, $146 for everything. Okay, and when I say everything, that's the zinnias, stamps, dies, embossing folder, sequins, and paper. That's $146. Okay, so just bear that in mind. There is a code for the whole lot. If anyone wants that, ask me and I can show you, or you'll find them online on Tuesday. Okay, so yeah. Who's falling? What's going on there? Yes, can't fall any further than the floor. You are correct. It stops there. Lovely to have you with us, Judy. Thank you for being here. And I see you made it, Cherie. Yay! They were talking about you before, wondering where the poet was. Your reputation precedes you, honey. All right, so this is the first card tonight. I don't know if you could see this, but this effect with the water and the stamps almost makes the flowers look like they're jumping off the page. They almost look 3D. Can you see that? It's a really nice look. So give that a try. It's a very effective, simple technique for a detailed stamp like that. Okay, let's move these out of the way. And I'm going to bring in something else that's coming on Tuesday. All right, so I know that you guys love this. When I used it last time, I got a huge response and everyone really seemed to enjoy the card. I did it on Petal Pink cardstock, and I'm going to do something a little bit different with it tonight. So let me pull out the dies. So the stamps and the dies are the same name. They're called Magnolia Mood. Okay, so these are the dies. There are 10 dies in the set, and it includes the big die here that cuts out the Magnolia stamp, which is just beautiful. So nice. Oh, you've heard Tot Cookie? Yeah, you never know. Some days he's animated, and some days he's very quiet. So who knows? You're not poeting tonight. Oh. So yeah, we've got some here that cut out the images in the stamp set, but we've also got some standalone dies. Now, last time I did this, I used the ones that cut out the stamps and we cut them out. But tonight I wanted to use this, and just in the interest of time, I have already cut this out. I cut it out in white. Okay. I think this is a beautiful die. Can you see that? Now you can put the two together. So you could have cut out your stamp, and then I have seen some samples where they put this on top and then had these leaves and things sticking out behind with the detailed die. So you can use it as an add-on to the framelits, which looks really nice. But I'm not doing that tonight. I'm just going to use it by itself. I thought that might be nice. We also have, Magnolia here. We've got some lovely detailed leaves. So the dies by themselves are quite beautiful. With the stamp set, they are stunning. Okay, really, really lovely. It is gorgeous. I know. Everybody said that. So I think this is going to be a really fun set to use, and I think there's a lot of people who are really going to enjoy using it. So last time I did it on Petal Pink, and I wanted to do something different this time, and I thought I might do it on Pool Party because that's another favorite color, but also another soft color. And I'm going to cut this down to card front size. So I'm going to cut it to 10 centimeters. This is A4 or metric measurements I'm giving you here, but it would be your regular letter size measurements. So what would that be? I wish I was very good at knowing these, but it's 5.5 by 4 1/4 for the card front, but it's 4 inches by 5 1/4 if you're doing letter cardstock size, okay, for this piece. All right, so I'm thinking I could go portrait. We could do that, and that would look quite nice, or we can go landscape. Do people have a preference, portrait or landscape? What do you think? Monochromatic, black and white. Ooh, we might have to do that another time. That would be nice. And I just had a thought. Now you've made me think. All right. Okay. I'm going to cut this down. I'm not going to do exactly what I said I was going to do. I'm going to cut this down another half a. This is true make it up as we go. That's what we're doing. Because I'm going to put a piece of black behind this. Because you said that. When you said black and white, I thought, ooh, this would be nice. All right, so I've got a piece of black here. And let's cut this to 10 centimeters by 14.3, which is the size that my Pool Party was before I cut it down. So this is going to be like the matte piece that goes on behind, okay? So now you can see this one should fit right inside this one. And so it does, right? So this is going to go on here, all right? Now I feel like we're going to need something else going on. So I'm making up my mind. I'm thinking I'm going to use a blending brush, and we're going to add some color behind our Magnolia. I think that would be nice. So let's come in with some Pool Party Pool Party ink. Oh, that's the other thing. I need to add a new Pool Party ink pad to my next order because it doesn't seem, I don't know. It feels to me like it's on its way out. So I'm going to just order another one. Okay, you'd like to see it in black and white? Maybe next time. That's what we might do. Black and white with berry bursts. Some great ideas, you guys. Fantastic ideas here. All right, so Donna was the first person. She said landscape. So landscape it is. Thanks for that, Donna. And for everyone else who voted, I'm sorry if you didn't get your vote, but I am going to go with the first one. So I'm going to I've picked up some ink on my blending brush here, and I'm going to start here in the corner where I want this piece to be, and I'm just going to come out with some. The other thing I thought about doing was adding some DSP down one side. We could also do that. So I'm starting though with a blending brush just here in the corner, and let's see how this looks. Not enough yet, but it's going to be nice when we're done. So I'm going to add some more, and I'm going to come over a bit further. This is going to highlight our shape and just make it look a little bit more, give it a bit more contrast, which will look really good. All right, so it's starting, you can see it sort of coming out down the bottom here. That's looking nice. And then a bit more, not much more though. So I'm going to go a little bit further out. Let's see how that looks now. Okay, that's looking good. Can you see it sort of coming out from behind? That looks nice. And I might add a little bit more down the bottom here. Okay, I think that's going to be nice. Yeah. Now we could just leave it white, or we could add some color to the flower. Haven't decided if I want to do that yet or not. The other thing I did think about, there's a really nice, for those of you who are demonstrators, there's a really nice sample on the website. I don't know if that sample is going to be anywhere, but it uses some of that Lost Lagoon stripy paper from the coffee, the little latte set. It's like it's a stripy light Lost Lagoon, and it probably would actually look okay on the pool party because it's, like I said, it's light, but I'm not going to use it on this particular card. All right, so let's just have a little look. I'm just looking at all your funny comments. Ah, dear. Yeah, I love the set too, Lani. It's beautiful, isn't it? Emboss the pool party. I did think of that. But yeah. So I'm deciding whether to just leave it white and maybe add some Winker Stella to the middle, because that would be nice. And I just noticed there's a little hole here that didn't get pushed out before. For a detailed die like this, just a tip, when you cut it, the paper will want to stay in there and it won't just fall out automatically. If you have a die brush, it makes it so much easier for you. So much easier. We have had die brushes for a number of years, but this particular one just screws into it's an attachment for you to take your pick tool. So you pull the putty end out and you screw the brush tip in, and it's absolutely fantastic for getting all the little pieces out of your dies. Really, really fantastic. I love it. So I'm just going down and I'm seeing what comments I have missed. Tone on tone dottage. Ooh, that would look nice as well. Leave white, says Myra. Yes, we could do that. You do not love it. You will not love it. You will not buy it. Ah, yeah, I get it. Sorry. These videos should come with a warning. You know this, right? Okay, I'm going to actually, before I glue this on, I'm going to Winker Stella over my leaves just to make, my petals, just to make them shiny. And because it's such a beautiful image, it's really nice. I think I don't know, of course, and I never know if the online exclusive stuff, I don't know if they're going to stay in stock or whether they're going to sell out. Who knows? I know in the US they said the Zinnia stuff was low in stock or sold out. I can't remember. I think it's, the girls who are watching from the US probably know. But hopefully by the time it goes live to customers, they might be looking at getting that stock back in pretty quickly. So, but I know it's sold out really quickly to demonstrators, just the demonstrator base, because the demonstrators loved it so much. So there you go. All right, so I'm just going to make sure I've got my edges done. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see the shininess? No, come on. Come on, light. Hold it the right way. I can't get it. I can't get it to shine. Sorry, guys. You'll just have to trust me. It's shiny. It looks really, really good. It would be pretty on vellum. I know, right? Sheila, you and I are going to be friends because all the girls groan because I am known as the vellum queen. I put vellum on just about everything, and I'm resisting the urge to put a vellum circle on this card tonight because I did think about putting a vellum circle under here, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try and just be good. Okay. All right. So we're going fairly simple with this card, but I do want to have a greeting, and I don't think I've even put all these together yet. I haven't put them all together. So we might have to quickly put a stamp together. We've got a thank you for being you, which is nice. We've got a happy birthday, and we've got just a note to let you know that you're loved. Which one should we have on this card? I think any of them will work. Oh, hey there, Judith. Nice to have you with us. We've had a couple of Judys here tonight. Okay, what have we got? The Zinnia Sweet was the first thing you bought. You know what? It wasn't. The first thing I bought was the Coffee Sweet and the Magnolia Sweet. I bought those two first up, and then I bought the Zinnia Sweet next. That was my next purchase. Yep, vellum is the best, guys. It really is. Just a note, just a note, and just a note. Okay, that's the one we're going to do. So that one I need to quickly put together. So I think, let's see, it's this one here. All right, so this is how for anyone who hasn't seen this before, and I know we have a couple of first timers here, so let's quickly put a stamp together. All right, so this stamp here, I have taken the backing off it, and now I'm going to grab the sticker for it. All right, now I'm going to dog ear. There's always a join at the back of the sticker, and I'm going to dog ear that. All right, so can you see that I have dog eared that? And then I'm going to pick up the whole sticker, sticky side and all, okay, and we're going to stick that onto a block. All right, now if you have not seen this method of doing it before, it blows your mind the first time you see it. You take the backs off this, and now this is sticky on the back. We turn that over and we match it up with our stamp because we can see through the block. And now the stamp is on and ready to go. Okay, and we can take it off and put it back in the packaging if we want to, but I'm going to use it. If you want to see that again, I do have a video that is in my YouTube videos. That is, I think the actual name of the video is the game-changing tip to mount your rubber stamps or something like that. So, all right, so what I'm going to do now, I am going to, I'm going to grab my additions kit, and I'm going to emboss on here. I think this will be nice. Now, the really important, we have ink here from our blending brush, okay? So it's really important that we use an embossing buddy, okay? Because that ink that we put down with the blending brush, would the Versamark and the powder will stick to that, all right? So I'm going to roll this over because then that's going to get rid of any stickiness at all, and this will be fine when we come to emboss with it. So I'm going to grab my Versamark, and let me grab my, I have got more than one Versamark, but I'm getting my most recent one, the one that looks nice and clean. That's the one I want. All right, and I'm going to tap in here. And I'm going to stand up so I can get this straight. So to line this up, okay, I want to make sure that the just a note, which is at the top here, is lined up with the top of my cardstock. And if you do this and keep it on a grid like this, it'll make it easier for you. So I'm going to bring this down. It's a bit tricky because my camera is in the way, but I'm doing the best I can. All right, so we're going to just stamp that in Versamark. Now you're not going to see much because Versamark is clear, so not much is going on. You might just be able to see it, but it's really not showing up that much. At least I'm happy to see it straight, so that's great. And I'm going to use my piece here, and I'm going to grab some silver embossing powder because I think the silver will be really nice on this. And we're going to liberally sprinkle that on top of the image we just stamped. Tap it off, and now we have this. Now the nice thing about using an embossing buddy is you don't get much in the way of powder, stray powder where it shouldn't be. Okay, I'm going to tap this now back into the tub, and if I do want to clean up any stray powder, a really great tip is if you have a take your pick tool, use the putty end to get rid of any stray powder. It's very easy to have good control over that piece. Now, if you don't have one, you can use a brush, you know, of any description, whatever kind of brush you have. I've got a bit of powder down here. I would use the take your pick tool more for getting close in to the writing, so you don't get it where you don't want it. Right, that looks good. Liking it. All right, so let's get our heat tool. Give me 1 second and I shall grab it. I might notice the light change because this is also my lamp comes on when I turn my heat tool on. And here we go. Now I can do this in my in this guy. I can do it in here, which will keep everything contained, but it's also fantastic on the glass mat. And I'm still using my glass mat, even though I know that promotion has finished, but I'm still using it. It's lovely. I'm really liking it. Okay, it's cooking. Can you see it changing? As we know, this is like magic. Look at that. All right, done. All right, so this is going to be a very simple card. Okay, I am going to put this here, and I'm going to use some dimensionals behind, and we will need to use some bling, but I was thinking maybe tonight I might just go with something really simple like like pearls. I could go silver pearls, or I could go just normal pearls. And I'm going to put these dimensionals kind of in the bigger parts of the design behind my magnolia where you can't see them. And maybe one over here. So it's quite good for, you know, placement of your dimensionals. That's going to be plenty to hold it in place. Oh, fantastic idea, Sheila. Congratulations on joining. I think I said that to you the other night. Such a good decision that you've made. And I know I hope you really enjoy it. All right, so I'm going to put this ever so slightly over the edges. All right, like this. Now, something you could do if you wanted to, you could add a tiny bit of Pool Party in the middle and fan that color out if you wanted to. Or because I've got Wink Stella on there, I'm just going to leave it like it is. You can. I'm still trying to see the glitter on it, but it doesn't want to play. It doesn't want to play nice. Anyway, this is going to go on my black. And how about this? We didn't, even though I got my black dots out tonight, I haven't used them. What do you think about the pearls idea? Do we think pearls are a good idea? It never gets old. I know, it's so true. It's such a good technique, and everyone loves it. And there are techniques within techniques. So there are a lot of different embossing techniques inside. It's not just as simple as embossing. You can also have techniques inside the embossing arena. So all right. So definitely needs some bling now at this point. We could go with the black dots, but I think maybe it would make a nice sympathy card. I didn't think of that, but that, yeah, it really would. Probably I wouldn't use black, maybe, if I was going to do a sympathy card. I'm not really sure. Silver pearls? All right, let's have a look and see what we have. I know I do have some silver pearls, and I agree. I think those might be a great choice. So in the festive pearls here, we have some nice silver ones, and I think that would be lovely. So let's put those on. All right, so where am I going to put these? I'm going to have one over here and one up here. And the Take Your Pick tool makes these much easier to place. And then that can go on a piece of basic white card. What a simple card, don't you think? Very easy card tonight. All we did was die cut that flower, use a blending brush underneath. We embossed a greeting and put it all together, and that's a card. And it does look really nice. So I hope you like this. Like I said, this was an idea. I wanted to play around with this die tonight because I just think the die is so nice, and you don't even need the stamp set to do beautiful things with this die. But as a bundle, I think this is a really good bundle, and I cannot wait for it to be available because I think people are going to love it. It is a nice card. It doesn't need ribbon or anything. I think it's fine. If I was going to use ribbon, of course, I could use, yeah, I probably wouldn't. But, I mean, I could have used my black and white again, of course. But I think if I was going to use any ribbon, that silver and white, if I had any, would have been really, really lovely. It is a very classy card. And I think the embossing goes really, really nice with it. You can see how shiny that is. All right. So here we go. Here are our two cards tonight. We've got one landscape and one portrait. And how did we do? Does anyone have any questions? I know, it's so beautiful. I think there's going to be so many nice cards made with the Magnolia suite. I just think it is really, really lovely. And even the Zinnias, I'm having a lot of fun with those. Even though they weren't my first pick, I think they're really lovely. So, yeah, I know it's dangerous, isn't it, Rose? Dangerous to watch these videos. I get it. Totally understand. All right, so if you're in my team, I will see you girls tomorrow at 10 a.m. In the group, and we'll be chatting about all sorts of things. Tuesday, we have Technique Tuesday. That's at 2 p.m. Sydney time. And then we have Friday night and Sunday night next weekend. So lots of things going on. Don't forget my special that is Tuesday only. If you're placing an order $60 or more on Tuesday, you're going to receive a pack of embellishments that I will send out to you. So that's just for me. It's not a Stampin' Up thing. It's just something I'm doing to remind people that the March the 5th on Tuesday is the first day of our online exclusive specials, and I hope you're really going to enjoy them. All right, you ladies, love spending time with you tonight. Let's just flick it back to me for a second. Here we go. Okay. All right, so get a good look, girls. This is me, and if you see me at Melbourne next week, please come and say hello, because I don't know you, but you guys have the advantage. You guys know what I look like. So that gives you two choices. You can either still steer well clear or you can come and say hello, which would be lovely. All right, you guys, have a fantastic week ahead. I hope that this is a really great week for everyone, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.